Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, February 9th. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Denise Douglas. So glad you could join us this evening. Well, with tax season underway, State Comptroller Peter Franchot renews his mission to put a stop to fraud in Maryland. As he did last year, Franchot has his sights set on tax preparers. Byron Scott has our story.
There are 20 companies on that list, most in Baltimore. There are a few in Prince George's County. All of them have been ordered to stop processing electronic tax filings. Are you guys still doing electronic tax filings?
Yeah.
ALR Tax and Financial Services in Capitol Heights is one of 3 tax preparers in Prince George's County that have been ordered by the state to stop processing electronic tax returns. The person in the office told us she knew nothing about the order, but State Comptroller Peter Franchot says those looking to defraud the state beware.
We're putting 20 of these tax preparers on notice that the returns that they submitted to us did not seem legal. And they were what we call questionable returns.
The second location is Liberty Tax on the 5400 block of Marlboro Pike. We tried to get a comment. They referred us to a corporate phone number. We are still waiting for a call back.
This is actual returns that they have sent us.
Franchot says each of the companies on the list can come in to try and straighten things out. Of the 68 cited last year, he says none came in to attempt to clear up any confusion.
Yeah, but they know why.
Only this woman at Vasquez Tax Service in Hyattsville told us they did receive a letter from the Comptroller's office yesterday suspending their electronic services. She told us she did not know why the action was taken. The Comptroller warns that consumers may also find themselves in trouble.
We're urging people to be very vigilant, because if you go to one of these tax preparers and submit a tax return and you sign it, you're just as responsible as they are.
None of the companies has been charged with any criminal wrongdoing, in part because the Comptroller's office does not have that authority. But Franchot says he hopes the Taxpayer Protection Act passes this legislative session. That measure would give him the authority.
It will allow me to prepare cases where some of the criminals that are committing this fraud are brought to justice.
In Baltimore, Byron Scott, CTV News.
Some of the items that could raise concerns on a tax return include someone reporting business income when the taxpayer didn't own a business, and refund amounts much higher than previous year tax returns.
Republican senators walk out of a Senate session this morning protesting a resolution that would give the state's attorney general special powers to react to federal actions. The Maryland Defense Act of 2017 is a measure proposed by Democrats in response to numerous executive orders recently signed by President Trump. GOP members say the Senate action did not follow protocol.
So the resolution adds additional powers to the Attorney General to be able to sue the federal government. Your Constitution should give them more power without, the chance of understanding it and fully grasping, the power of this piece of legislation. We asked one day to be able to review it, understand it, so we could possibly offer amendments. We were shut down, and it's just absolutely wrong that that's how the Senate's going to operate.
Well, special orders are routine requests. I mean, we probably had 10 of them today, and it's just to ask to let us have some more time to look at the bill. And in this one particular bill, it was treated differently than all the others. It was treated uniquely. It almost appears it's partisan. It's trying to infest Annapolis with the politics that are in Washington.
Democrats announced the resolution and several other measures last week, saying they're needed to protect Maryland residents from executive actions that have not been properly vetted through Congress. Well, a measure that would give the Prince George's County executive, instead of the governor, power to appoint members to the liquor board is heard in a Senate committee this afternoon. Known as the Alcoholic Beverages Regulation Reform Act, the emergency bill came about after an FBI probe that led to the arrests of several county liquor board members.
Yeah, we're hearing today on the Prince George's Senator's liquor board reform bill. Obviously, we need to clean up what's been going on in the liquor board. We've had these arrests and indictments. Obviously, there are problems, and so we've all come together behind legislation to clean it up, extend the county ethics rules to those folks, professionalize the staff, create an executive director, have the county executive appoint the members, take it out of the governor's hands. So we're going to have a hearing on that today. I think we're all going to come together around a pretty strong reform bill, which is clearly what we need.
And the bill was scheduled before the Education, Health, and Environmental Affairs Committee.
Lawmakers are taking steps to ban hydraulic fracturing in Maryland. Delegate David Frazier Hidalgo is proposing a measure to prohibit the controversial drilling process known as fracking. Opponents express concerns about environmental hazards. Maryland's moratorium on fracking expires in October.